The Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. Welcome back. This is your Ray, Dr. Yeshua, and just want to take this moment to welcome you back and to thank you. Thank you so much for your subscriptions and for your comments. Thank you for your prayers. Praise His holy name. Praise His name. My brothers and sisters, we are in Psalm 25. And we are dealing with prayer for guidance and protection. Now we're starting verse 3. And as I've said before, we're using the Hebrew letters in the acrostic form. And Psalm 25 has the Hebrew letters in the acrostic form, and I did an extra study to just bring that to your attention. And we've dealt with verses 1 and 2, which was Aleph and Bet, and now we're dealing with verse 3, and verse 3 has the word Gimel. Gimel is a word, and Gimel is also a letter. Okay, in the Hebrew alphabet, and this in some form you'll see the word like it Gimel represent a camel, but in this here is talking about the loving kindness and culmination, loving kindness and culmination, and in verse 3 said, "Yea, let none that wait on thee be ashamed." Remember in verse 2, the request is first it said, he trusted in YAHUAH, in Elohim. He trusted in Elohim, and he said, let him not be ashamed, nor let his enemies triumph over him. Here in verse 3, he said, loving kindness, which is Gimel, and its culmination, he said, yea, yes, let none that wait on thee be ashamed. That is, to wait here, my brothers and sisters, is to trust. Okay? So, let none that wait on thee be ashamed. We're going to stop here and we'll come back to the rest of the verse. But the word here is kava in the Hebrew. Kava. It's kaf and vav and he. Kava. And of course it has the boy's markation. And it's saying that this word means to wait for, to gather together, to look patiently, to tarry, to wait for, or to wait on, or to wait upon. From a primitive root means to bind together, perhaps by twisting, that is to collect, figuratively to expect, or to gather, to look patiently, my brothers and sisters, to tarry, to wait on, to wait upon, he said. That's what the word there means. Let them none that wait on you be ashamed. So we're waiting upon YAHUAH. My brothers and sisters, and I talk about our wait and our trust in him. We're not going to be ashamed. YAHUAH is not going to let us down. He's not going to let us down, my brothers and sisters. Yeah. Let none that wait upon him be ashamed. Praise his holy name. So we're waiting patiently for him. We're waiting patiently. And, we're waiting patiently for what he's going to do for us. And we're waiting patiently for the time when he's going to return. And we're not going to be ashamed. We're not going to be ashamed, my brothers and sisters. He's not going to let us down. And the word here, you know, let them be. There's no. So we are not going to be ashamed for waiting for Yahweh. But it said, let them be ashamed which transgress without cause. Those who are, transgressing and going out of the way to do evil. Those that think that they have the power, to do what they want to do and not what Yahuwah wants them to do. Yahuwah is not going to let us down. But we know that people who do evil, they become ashamed. Do you remember in the last session I was talking about a situation, my brothers and sisters, there's so many times and so many things that happen, that people that came up against me personally, and I just watch them go to shame. I watch them go to shame. I was telling about a young lady who lied, and said a lot of evil. And let me tell you something too. Racism has a lot to do with a lot of things that happen to us. When a person is racially prejudiced against you, Here I was working in an organization. As far as the executives are concerned, I was the only African American in there, only one. There are a couple of Hispanics, and there were over 30 people working in the building, over 30. There were 2 African Americans. I was serving as an executive position, and another one was working in the mail room. And it's like a handyman. Okay? Then few Hispanic people were there. And all the rest, my secretary was Anglo, she was a Gentile Christian person. And everybody else. My supervisor, he was Hispanic, he was a Mexican, but he could pass for, he considered himself white. Okay? And my counterpart, who became my supervisor, he is Russian and was born in Germany, grew up in Venezuela. No, not Venezuela, but in the country, European country in South America. Speaks Spanish. Argentina. My brothers and sisters, you talk about racism. My supervisor at that time, the one who became the Russian guy. If you remember during the time when President Obama was running and won the election, this guy came in one day posting a picture. He was posting a picture with President Obama having on a gorilla head on his body. So he was a human and gorilla. There be all kind of evil. Supposed to be a Christian organization. Supposed to be beyond that. They do all kind. A matter of fact, even the mission board was changing from one program to another, and even that they attacked evil people. But my brothers and my sisters, let me say this. All we have to do as YAHUAH's children is to stand firm on what we believe in YAHUAH. Stand firm, do the right thing, live according to his will, and he will do the rest. Let them be ashamed that transgress. So they transgress and they do evil. Let them be ashamed. We who wait for YAHUAH, we who wait for him should not be ashamed. But let them that transgress be ashamed. So the man pushed, he did all kind of things to get rid of me. Right? He lied, he schemed, and the mission board, those who were over the section that helped to supervise me, they agreed in joining with him. And guess what? He went after me and he went after some Anglos. And I have about 6 guys that I supervise. And he fired all 6 of the guys. And he fired my secretary and replaced my secretary with a Hispanic young lady. And the young lady, after she saw all the things that happened and all of the evil that happened in it, she decided one day, about 6 months after I left, 6 months or less after I left, after I was fired out there, they claimed they didn't come, they called to release me. After that, after my release, she got up one day and she went on to the business manager and she said, look, I can't work with this man up here, so it's evil. He's unethical. And my brothers and my sisters, the man who was supposed to be the executive director is a black man of Hispanic origin. His father is a Colombian black man from Colombia, South America. And his mother is from Panama. They're black people, but he's Spanish. And his culture is different, and so he acts. He don't act like he's black. And so he joined up with them. Well, guess what? Not long after, they forced him to retire. A new man came in. And in less than a year, the same man who transgressed, who did all kind of evil against me, and think he has a victory. My brothers and sisters, the new man came in and reviewed, new executive director came in and reviewed all the complaint that was lodged against this man for what he had done to me and to other Anglo guys. Guess what? Guess what, my brothers and sisters? They found him to be unethical. They found him to be unethical in his dealing, in his practice. And you know what? It's like this present man, president, past president, who claimed that everything that is in the White House belonged to him. That's how he was acting. Everything is his. And he threatened to take the convention to court so he could claim what belonged to him. He claimed that it was his. Unethical. He ended up being ashamed. YAHUAH provided for me. YAHUAH make a way for me. I wasn't the only one who was affected. My counterpart in California, brother, faithful friend of mine, that I supported in his ministry when he was there and worked with him and helped him. They take him to court, they drag him through the gutter, you know. So they dealt with me, they drag him through the gutter. But my friend, my brothers and sisters, YAHUAH is not sleeping. He is alive and he is well. And he sees everything that people do. Give me loving kindness, culmination. Yea, let none that wait on thee be ashamed. Let them be ashamed that transgress without a cause. Yes, my brothers and sisters. And so YAHUAH is in wait. So we look patiently to him, my brothers and sisters. We tarry, we wait for him, we wait upon him. I can tell you lots of stories, things that happen while I work for that mission board. Evil people. Some of them hated me so bad. Not even some of the own so-called African American. Because they were the races, they were prejudiced against Jamaican. And I was born in Jamaica, even though I was American through naturalization. I was born in Jamaica. And so they rather put born American, black, up in front, even if they were not qualified. Even if they were not qualified. You hear they talk about the affirmative action. Can you imagine? Here I am. At that time, I had 2 earned PhDs. 2 earned PhDs. I said a doctor of ministry in education, a ministry, and a doctor, PhD in education. And here they took a young man. Because the position, they don't want me to have it. So they put a person in there who, who didn't have a bachelor degree because he was a born African American. Evil, evil-hearted people. Supposed to be Israelite people acting like the Gentile. But remember, my brother, we wait patiently. We look to him. We bind together. We wait patiently. We tarry. We wait upon him. And he said, let no one that wait on him be ashamed. My brothers and sisters, today, we're asking you to be a blessing to someone and walk with the King. Shalom.